airport issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know the lad that the cop pulled over with the bike?
Yeah.
To reach out.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Means a lot.
Fuck it. We need to get these people back. This is not Cork says no.
No, it's not.
Do you know,
No,
and
it's
if
not.
one of them break forward, we're going to be the ones to look bad.
Yeah. No, we won't be looking back. A whole load of pedophile supporters.
We stream a lot of Facebook here. The dogs need to know what we're up against. We need fucking people. There's no point marching around.
Say a few words now.
Yeah, come here. I'd just like to say, right, every town in this country needs. There's no point in being strong in your local community. You need to support your local community. You also need to support every town and every county. People come up to Dublin the whole time, and it's time to start repaying.
Exactly.
Every town and county in Ireland needs to be respected and needs to be supported. So all those that are doing the local protests need to go elsewhere because the numbers are low in other places.
A load of pedo supporters. A load of pedophile supporters.
Pedos before baddies.
Who are they?
Pedos before baddies.
That's it. That's it. Lead them to it. This is the real movement here, folks. These are the real Irish people right here. All these beautiful men and women. No traitors out.
Welcome to the Rebel County.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. This is a grassroots movement here, folks. No one paid to be here. Some of us actually paid to come here. All these were paid to show up here. A lot of us here paid money out of our own pocket to come here today. These are being paid. These are having money put in their pocket to come here. They're not the, see them down there? They're not the real Irish people. They don't represent the real Irish people. See all these people here? These are the people that represent the real Ireland. Hello, Kev. Sorry. Oh, that's assault. I'll have that on camera. Sorry. Cork says no.
She knows how to rock and roll. She drives me crazy. She gives me all the cold feeling. She gives me the cold, cold sweat. I gotta be cool, relax, get here, get on my tracks, take a backseat, hitchhike, take a long ride on a motorbike if you're ready, yeah, everything color. Get in, get on my tracks, take a back seat, hitchhike. Take it all right on a motorbike. Ready, Freddy. It's a little bit color.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Hello. Hey, look at these two. Hey, gorgeous. I am. Not too bad, yourself? Sorry, man.
Is the sound okay? Is the sound okay? Is the sound okay?
Right, Craig, I'll just stand here beside the bodyguard.
That's yourself from Dublin, is it?
Yeah.
I seen you be I forget your name, buddy. But
Kevin.
Kevin, that's the one, boy. Happy going in, boy. All right, good stuff, right? We want to learn these that out. We're going to do my first, have I?
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, brother.
Come on, eh?
Listen, that's why he's chasing because he wanted the footage on them. Okay, look. Yeah, that's what it was, because I have footage of them assaulting me, intimidating me, stalking me, harassing me. That's why he's chasing me.
Maybe we should be grateful that they're against our country and yet they're smacking the
It is what it is, but this is not being funny. When we win and we overthrow them, they're all gone. I'll be one of them. Ah, listen, I'll be there front and centre waving them all goodbye. Not if I get there first. Yeah, you kind of had me there. So what were you on about? Yeah. Well done, Chile. Well done. Oh, to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. What we saying, Berg? What we saying? Ah, up yours.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home.
Right now, this is great like that. Not a bother. See how out there? No, this is. Stunt. Take me home. Country roads. Take me home. Dublin Road there. Oh, up here. I don't know, lad, I can down now.
See, I'm out of cricket standing you up before
Ew.
the centre.
Ew, you're back there?
Yeah.
Ew, what did he do? Did he slap someone's fucking phone or something out of the hand? Selfie stick or something out of the hand, did he? Sure to God, man, about 10 people had to stop me about that video, man.
Yeah.
Down here, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like fucking hell. Here she is, front and centre again. Not a bother.
I'm on my own up there, so I fear none of you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I said to one of the sinners, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. He said, I said, listen, why aren't you holding the flag? Shame on you.
They don't want it. Don't want it.
I said, I protect my family.
I figure she's 25 years for that building in town by the yoke, you know what I mean? Like that's, I mean, that's who was saying the yoke there in that East thing, wasn't it? The star just set the roads and all. Yeah. I seen it, yeah.
Messing around.
I got him arrested for teaching my brother.
Sure, they seen your man getting assaulted there as well. They didn't even do anything about it, you know what I mean? So. Sorry. Yeah.
Feel the mat, right?
prison wall. I heard young and calling. My soul travails come, so the young might see the moon. The prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Lo, I feel so hard to ride. Where once we watched the small free birds fly.
Hey, ready, let the free birds fly!
Our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the field, all back to ride.
Let's go down, buddy himself. How are you? Not too bad. See you, mate. You too.
I heard a young man calling. Matters merry when you're free. Against the famine and the drown, I will help take gently down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Lord, I feel back right where once we watched the small free birds fly. Let the free birds fly. Our love was on the wings. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields, no back to ride. By lonely harbor wall, she watched the last star falling. Prison ship sailed out against the sky. For she's and hope brave from a love in Boggy Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Low lying fields of Athenry, where once we watched a small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. Once again, go the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Thank you for the trees.
Sorry, love. Sorry. I'll tell you, I got the hard moment, didn't I?
That's great.
Barry, I'm the one who was texting on WhatsApp.
Oh,
I missed this last week. Yeah. Nah, listen.
We're outside Pfizer this Monday. You want to come down?
100%.
12 to 2. We're interviewing some vaccine injured outside the building. So, hop
Okay,
down.
everyone.
Yeah, no, that's
Enjoy
definitely
that.
100%. Yeah. No, well, thank you very much.
So, next we have
Sorry
Jenny
if the bag is
for
putting it down.
Macron.
Need to pour on a bit of bleeding weight. My jocks are bleeding things are hanging on me, man. Yeah.
Get the other one on that, Tom. The other one weak, Tommy.
Hey, our function. Craig, hold that for a second. Will you just want to throw this flag around?
Taking our homes. Women, children, everyone feels unsafe as violence, assaults and fighting escalates. Our own are homeless, dying on the streets. All they want is a warm bed and something to eat. Meanwhile, foreign, military-aged men get to stay in Irish hotels with 3 meals a day. Social welfare, medical cards, all for free. Then they fight and brawl on our streets. To all in the dawn, ye have betrayed our land. Leo Mihal, ye are in the devil's hands. But the clock is ticking, your time's nearly up. And at the very least, ye will be locked up. Tommy, Derek, Phil, Andy, Ferg, Ross, Ger and more are fighting harder for Ireland than ever before. These great men are heroes to us all. Ireland for Irish is their call. The Irish are waking up to the media's lies. Time for the government to say their goodbyes.
Absolutely.
When the fight and win back our beautiful era, the Carco curve, Lakela.
Yeah! Good one! Well done. Well done. Fair play to you. Fair play to you. Thank you.
Good stuff. Alright, Ferg, you're next. All the way from Dublin.
Good one, the Ferg. Good one. Sorry.
There we go, folks.
Come on, Ferg. Go on, the Ferg.
We thank God above that I am born of this land. If you're not truly Irish, you will never understand. You're undying love in our hearts and the fight in our soul.
Sorry.
Our ancestors called and here united we stand. To face down the enemy and drive down from our land. No retreat, no surrender, shoulder to shoulder we march. For heroes of yore we gladly carry the torch. Our history, our culture are our children's birthright. Stand up for your country and get up and fight.
That's great.
No more hills left, we must destroy these devils. This battle is simply good versus evil. No matter where this road takes us, or what we may face, always remember you're Irish, born of this special place.
Yes.
Soldiers of era and true warriors all, when the clans unite, watch our enemies fall. I stand on my truth, and I'll fight till I've nothing left. For my land, for my children, I'll gladly give my last breath.
Absolutely.
Wrap that flag around you, stand proud and stand tall. For God, country and family, give it your all!
Go on, Ferg. Well done, Ferg. Love it. Love it.
Look, the Sheila!
Go on, the Sheila.
Streets. Nobody owns them. No one fought our war. They didn't fight us. Ever. And nobody can answer that question. And our people fled this land. They didn't go over and lived off the land. They went out and they worked. shillings. They took nothing for nothing. For our men of Erin, for our families and our women. I'm here on behalf of East Mall Says No.
Well done, Sheila.
Started in East Mall last November. And to think
Ah, well, that's
that there was only
That's just my bag there.
there was no
I was in someone's face a minute ago, that's why I took her off.
in,
I didn't want to be getting it done on the shoulder skill bag.
we're still waiting on that. I mean, as I said, we are traitors. We care about things. We care about people. We give ourselves welcomes. But we're not going to be built. We're not going to be built anymore. When our own are left with nothing. Nothing at all. And other strangers coming in and taking it all. But I'll tell you one thing. Our fight is here. We have to protect our children.
Absolutely.
Our families from these people from foreign lands with their ways and their morals are immoral towards our women. They don't understand.
Yes!
We have our ways, our history, our culture, and no one has taken them. No one. I'll die till the end. I'll fight to the last.
And we're
I
facing
swear
that
to
problem.
God I
They're
will.
facing us.
So no one will take us, our heritage,
man,
our
Derek
country,
himself.
or our origin. May God forgive them in the toil to actually discredit our flag and our people and all of our forefathers that fought. And I needn't say that we're liars, because my family fought in the war. And I guarantee you, let one of them say it in front of me. But I want Mick Barry. He's the one I want.
Hey!
Lots of them.
Have you got all day, Sheila?
Discredit us in the Dáil when they're taking their pledge and their legion to supposed to represent the people of Ireland, and they're throwing us under the bus.
Hey!
Pieces of silver.
Well, once he gets going, she doesn't stop. Doesn't she? Hey!
Well, Sheila.
Hey! I thought she was going to say something else. To God.
Can you hear me all right? I won't be hard. Okay, most of you know I am. In case you don't, my name is Tommy Murphy. First and foremost, I'm a father of 3 children. I'm also a proud member of Stand Up for Moi. I'm also a proud member of Ireland First.
Hey!
I'm here today to speak about what's been going on in this country, and especially how things have ramped up in the last few months. Indeed, the last time I was here was, I think we spoke in September, and a lot has changed since then. So I just brought a few notes with me, just to keep track. So, we've been out protesting since last November, I believe. Protesting for the safety of our women and children. And the government's response is to send this rabble up against us. If you look down, can you see one Irish flag amongst any single one of them? Not one. I see Palestine is represented, and God knows what else, Antifa, the whole lot. Not one Irish flag. That should say it all. Get your tricolors up!
Ireland for the Irish!
Okay, no rally would be a rally without having to go with Sinn Féin, right? But today I'm here to thank them for what they've done for our cause in the past few months. If you can remember the Ireland for All rally, was it 2 or 3 Saturdays ago? where the government threw €6 million to get what they said was 50,000. It was clearly proved to be 7,000 in the end. Paid NGOs. Sinn Féin came out in force, waving Palestinian flags again, and Ireland for all flags. So Palestine for the Palestinians, but Ireland is for everybody. That's Sinn Féin, yeah. That's who Sinn Féin really are.
Traitors!
Yeah, biggest traitors.
And for that, they've done our cause unreal help. And I really do appreciate it. So thanks very much, Mary Lou. We'll see you in the elections.
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to read something here, right? I want to see if it resonates with any of you. And it's the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. This is what we are, the people of Ireland, the Indigenous people of Ireland. Indigenous individuals have the right not to be subjected to forced assimilation or destruction of their culture. Number 2, states shall provide effective mechanisms for prevention of and redress for A, any action which has the aim or effect of depriving them of their integrity as distinct peoples, or their cultural values or ethnic identities. B, any action which has the aim or effect of dispossessing them of their lands, territories or resources. European Union. C, any form of forced population transfer which has the aim or effect of violating or undermining any of their rights. D, any form of forced assimilation or integration. E, any form of propaganda designed to promote or incite racial or ethnic discrimination against them. I reckon each one of those has been smashed by our government over and over again.
100%, yeah.
Yes.
No, they're not our government.
Exactly.
They're not even a government. They're not a government.
Criminal cartel.
So our government sees fit to impose unvetted, uncapped males of military age on our country. And I always like to take a bit of a deeper dive as to why that is. And at my rallies previously, I spoke about the World Economic Forum, I spoke about the UN, but we're going to go a small bit deeper today. So I would ask you, in your own spare time, I want you to research this. This is very important. This will explain the driving force behind the mass migration into Europe and North America at the moment. So, when you get a chance, I want you to look up a woman called Barbara Lerner Spector. She was the founding member of a Jewish study group in Sweden. And back in 2001, this is on YouTube, she made quite a video actually about multiculturalism. So you need to look it up and see who's behind it, yeah? Okay. Barbara Lerner Spector. You can always rewind the video later on and check it out, but this is really important. You gotta look this lady up, right? Okay. The ADL over in America, the Anti-Defamation League. Another interesting piece you will find. The guy's name, he was the president of the ADL, his name was Abraham Foxman. And he came out with a speech back in New York in 1998. What I would call a very, very dark speech. Contained a lot of genocide in it. You need to look this up as well. No, last but not least, I think this is the genesis of all this. A guy called Richard von Coudenhove-Kalergi. I'm sure some of you know he is by those hisses and boos in the crowd, right? But in 1925, he wrote a book. And it was called Practical Idealism. Obviously, it was in German, but I don't speak German, so there you go. No, this guy was one of the founding members of the Pan-European movement, which was a predecessor for the EEC, which is now the EU. So, Have a look around at the advertising. Have a look around at the media. Listen to the radio. Listen to the music. Have a look around at your streets. And after you read the passages from this man's book, you will understand exactly where this is coming from. This has been in the making for at least a century. And it's been a slow crawl to this point today. Okay. There's another thing I hear a lot of lately about these military-aged men and what their purpose is here in Europe, Ireland, Britain, what have you. And quite often I hear or get asked, do you think that they're UN soldiers? My answer to that is, I don't know. But I did a bit of digging. And I found something on the Irish government website that might trouble you slightly. Just give me a moment there, please. Okay. This is for the Garda application, right? So, if you are interested in applying to the Gardaí and you're a refugee, you can, no problem. If anyone wants to read this afterwards, I have it here. You can join the Guard if you're a refugee. Now, how can you vet someone who's a refugee? You can't. You cannot. Also, the same application is available in the Irish Defence Forces. You can join the Army in Ireland if you're a refugee. We'll get to that part in a minute, right? Okay. Now, the waters have been muddy between refugee and international protection applicants so much in this country. Who's to say it will only be refugees getting in here? Do you trust the government? No. Neither do I. Leo Varadkar stated last December that if requested by, what's his name again? Harris, that he would arm the Gardaí. Drew Harris. If Drew Harris requested, he would arm the Gardaí. But what if Leo requested Drew Harris to request him to arm the Gardaí? Do you see how this can end up? Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's just my opinion that it could. But you have to ask yourself, are our government evil enough to do something like this?
Yes.
Okay? I mean, look, you're all in agreement. If you look at the last 3 years, what they've done to our country. They've locked us down, got in cahoots with the biggest drug suppliers on the planet, made us stay at home until we took their drugs, and took them again, and again, and again, and only then would they leave us out. Do they sound like good people to you? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely. On top of that, they wouldn't let a child into a school unless he wore a mask. And if you refuse, they put him sitting next to an open window during the winter time for his safety. Yet in Fermoy, they put an asylum centre on the grounds of 4 schools, 4 active schools, with another school about 200 yards up the road.
Sick.
No mention of their safety then. Absolutely not. So, do I think the government are evil? Would they do this? Absolutely. Yes. But you know what I'd like to see? They spent a lot of money telling people that we're crazy, we're conspiracy theorists, we're liars, we're spreading misinformation, disinformation, the whole lot. I challenge the government right here, right now. I'm making a challenge to you today, Varadkar and Martin and all the rest of your World Economic Forum stooges to come on and have a live debate. If you're so sure that what we're saying is misinformation and disinformation, we set it up. We get our guys, you get your guys, we get our own independent media. You can get the language from RTE, there's no problem. We find a neutral venue and we'll ask you the questions. And this is your chance then to debunk all these myths, all these misinformations that we're saying. So why don't you do that? I think that's a great idea. Let's have it. Let's see then who's telling the truth, and let's see then who's lying. I know where my money is going anyway, 100%. Okay, I won't keep you long, I'm on a bit of a time limit here, right? So, what I would say to the Irish government, and I know they're going to watch this video because I know they're watching us as much as we're watching them. And believe me, we are watching them. 100%. Okay. I wouldn't be too afraid of the names that we call you. And I wouldn't be too afraid either of the alleged misinformation and disinformation that you accuse us of spreading. But what I would be terrified of, if I was ye, is what we will do to protect our children, our families, and our country.
Hello, Tommy. Go on, the Tommy.
Well done, man.
Grab legs, Tommy. Grab legs. Ireland for the Irish! Ireland for the Irish! Ireland for the Irish! Ireland for the Irish!
That sounds good to me. Ireland for the Irish!
Yeah!
Give me a big wave of those tricolours. Get them up as high as you can. Get them flags up. Show them Tommies what we're all about. What did they say about us on Monday? This looks like about 50,000 to me. What you think? Yeah, they'll say 50,000 opposed, 50 of us. That's what they'll say, but we know that they lie every single time. And we know what their game is.
Fuck them, isn't it very?
But the country is rising up all over the place. Everywhere. We are the 90%. They're the 10%. That disgusting bunch down there of communists. Not one tricolour, as Tommy said. We've got rainbow flags, we've got Antifa flags, we've Palestinian flags, but not one tricolour. It's absolutely despicable. One. Probably upside down. Yeah. But the country is rising up because they are filling us up with unvettable men. They are filling up our towns, our villages and our cities. Our women, our girls and our men are not safe in this Ireland. The guards don't care about it. The guards don't care. The guards are covering it up.
Exactly.
I was in Dungarvan a couple of weeks ago. There was a woman attacked on her way home from a night out. 4 foreign men, maybe Roman gypsies, I don't know, but they were definitely foreign, according to her. Because I've spoken to a direct family member. Was attacked, she was pulled into a laneway, her pants was pulled off by 4 men, and the only thing that saved her was an elderly woman who was next door, who came out and stopped it. She got a punch from one of the guys, they then ran off. She made a report to the Gardaí, they posted it on social media, and the guards told them to take down the post. Since that day, since I told the public that, several people have contacted me from Dungarvan who said they've also been attacked, and the Gardaí have also told them to keep it quiet. The Gardaí are actively covering this up. I don't know about the individual members, but the message is coming down from the top, from the government, to hide these stories. The media are hiding it. The Gardaí are hiding it.
But they know it's game over.
Because they know it's exactly that's it, Andy. They know it's game over. They know that the public is onto them. The women of this country need protecting. If the guards won't do it, who's going to do it?
We will.
Us. We will.
We need to do it. The men need to do it.
Absolutely.
We need to do it.
Absolutely.
What's in government now is weak men. We're being governed by weak men and women who have no love for this country or its people. They only love money, what's going into their pockets every week, because they're selling us out and replacing us with people from foreign countries and cultures. And these people down here today, who I believe are paid to stand there,
Of course they are.
that group down there does not represent the public. 90%, don't forget that. And that was a big mistake by the media to come out with those figures, but it's out now. And if you talk to the majority of people on the street, they will back up those figures. But we're governed by weak men and women. Holly Cairns is the new, she's a Cork woman. I'm disgusted by her. She's the new leader of the Social Democrats.
What's the story with Owen Hanley?
What's the story with Owen Hanley? What was he doing? Grooming? He was grooming kids, wasn't he? He was grooming a young fella. The guards are looking into it. No mention of that on the news. Not a word about it. But Holly Cairns is the new leader. Right, but we can talk about that, can't we? She had her opportunity during the week to push for Edgar about the crises that we're facing in this country. Okay, as the leader of the Social Democrats, she gets to put it to Varadkar. She started off well. She said the housing crisis in Ireland was a catastrophe. Exactly, it is a catastrophe. But you know what? She stopped short there. She did not address the elephant in the room. The fact that the housing crisis is the way it is because this government is flooding our country with migrants that we do not have room to house.
I want them
We
either.
don't have room for our own people, and they think they can flood us with thousands upon thousands of single men. The official numbers are over 11,000, but that's the numbers in emergency accommodation. The actual numbers of people of adults who don't have their own homes are up over 200,000 people. We can't house our own people, but these animals down here will scream for thousands and thousands more foreigners to come in and house them before us.
Never.
Not
Never.
my country is it going to happen.
Never.
23-year-old man homeless for 2 years can't get a home in this country, but these people will scream for his replacement. The government created the problems in this country.
Oh shit, here
What, lads, hold the line here.
Hold the line.
Let me up front. Do not engage them. Do not engage them.
Where's my little cousin?
Do not engage them. Guys, come back here. Don't engage them. They're not working. Leave them alone. They're not working.
Hold the line here. Hold the line here. Don't move. Don't move. Sean! Scumbags, absolutely scumbags they are. There will not be enough of you, don't get involved in any of that, yeah? You here, stay at the back. Fuck them. Fuck them. It's all the hand, mate. It's all the hand. It's all the hand. Yeah, look at their head on that. Look at their head on that. Look at their head on that. Yeah, look at their head on all them. Look at their head on them all. Child groomers. Sorry. Ah, you're grand, you're grand.
The communists that this government have created know that their days are numbered. The weak leaders that give them a voice, they know that their days are numbered.
Sorry, but
Strong men and women are rising up around this country. They're rising up, and we're going to take back the country that belongs to us.
Absolutely. Yes! Yes!
And the communists that support international finance.
Someone's thrown in.
Just watch out there, lads, right? The international bankers that support these communists know that their days are numbered.
Absolutely.
This movement is rising all over Europe and all over the world. And it's not going to stop. It's going to keep growing. We came here today because Cork has come out to say no. It's happening up in Dublin. It's been going in Fermoy. It's going all over this country. And it's not stopping. Cork says no.
Do one, Derek. Do one. Do one.
Cork says no.
Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no. Cork says no.
Two dangerous streets. Cork says no. To rising homelessness.
Cork says no.
To mass uncontrolled immigration.
Cork says no.
To filthy corruption from politicians.
Cork says no.
Get them out.
Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out.
My lads, if someone's lost a bag, it's a Helly Hansen bag. If anyone's lost it, it's up here for you.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it, Jack? Okay, we got the order now.
I fucking need you to get down here anyway.
Get them out!
Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get
alone. I think we've got another couple of lads here that are going to speak.
Go on, Andy. Fair play, Derek.
Hello, everybody. Wow, great crowd here today, I have to say. God bless you too. It's Ireland that's saying no.
Yeah.
And these are only here because they fear us here.
Yes.
That's why they're here. That's why they're paid. That's why they don't have an Irish flag. It's because they fear the Irish. They fear the fight that we're bringing to the table right now.
Saudis should.
And I just want to say thank you very much for the hospitality that have been brought to Cork and invited here to Cork. I said Cork. I'm so used to Cork.
That's up next.
Invitations for there too.
That's up next for you.
Ross and his team invited me here to go around to the vaccine centres and hold them accountable. Because although these are the replacement, we have a depopulation problem to deal with at the same time. And it was just fantastic to be working with Ross's team yesterday, going into these vaccination centres and pharmacies and handing them the Pfizer documents, which proves we've all been lied to and coerced into this depopulation programme. And I guarantee you, Ross is making a massive impact around Cork. Please give Ross a massive round of applause because he is doing stellar work.
Well done.
Not just the vaccine centres, but the libraries. The library had to close down today because they knew we were coming. They knew what we know about the books that's in there. Grooming books. It's the most paedophilia written books that could ever be out there. And Ross and his team have been walking around Cork, I nearly said Cork again, around Cork, taking these books out and protecting our children, protecting our future, getting investigations open. And if we can all work together like this in every community around our country, believe me, we'll clean out the dirt. We'll have a real fresh, clean sheet for their kids to work on for their future. Because this is all about our kids. All this is about replacing our kids. All this transgenderism and what they're bringing in. All the Marxist agenda, that's all it is. All that's paid for. We have the heart here. We're the heart of Ireland. We're there now. We are the heart of Ireland.
Exactly.
We really are, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Everybody that's coming together. The groups that are popping up in Dublin, in here, in Galway, in Carlow, all over Ireland, they are rising up in Wexford, Waterford, everywhere. All these groups are coming together. And it's probably the same here, but in the GPO, they are meeting there every Saturday from now on at 2 p.m. And we want to invite every group to come together, to network with each other, to work out the problems, because we do have real solutions. We're not here to talk about the problems. We're here to take action against the problems. Action, action, action is what we need. We need big, strong men like Ferg, like Derek, like Tommy, and the whole rest of the guys that are standing up for you, because that's their strength. What we have is what they don't have. They can have all the money in the world, but we have the truth. It's us. That's what they fear. They fear the truth. And we have it. And we are learning every day how to use this truth and expose those who are out to kill us.
Exactly.
They are out to depopulate us in every direction possible. They want to distract you with all them down there while they kill us in the vaccine centres, while they brainwash your children in the schools. But enough is enough. And Ireland is taking the stand, the first stand in the world against the immigration problem. You are showing the world. You are showing them how it's done. You are that fighting Irish. Aaron DeBra.
Hey! Well done, Andy. Well done, Andy. Well done. You'll never beat the Irish. You'll never beat the Irish.
Right, my name is Noel. Some of you know me. I'm third generation settled traveller. So there's the ethnicity card. I've got the ethnicity card. I'm a survivor in mother and baby homes. There's the victim card. I'm a survivor in industrial school. There's the victim card again. I'm the son of an alcoholic, schizophrenic, violent father. So there's the victim card again. I married a Cork woman.
Oh!
Ending divorce. There's the victim card again, I think. I'm married to a brown man from Bolivia.
Hey!
Oh my God, I'm such a homophobe. One of my good friends is a neighbour who identifies as she, her on Facebook, but we talk as man to man. On the street, there's the transphobe card for you. I'm a computer scientist and a sociologist, and I'm not afraid to say it, I'm a scientist twice over, and science went out the window the last 3 years. Absolutely out the window. Everything we knew about virology, immunology and epidemiology went out the window the last 3 years. The Cochrane report has definitively shown that face masks don't work. I'm a sociologist, so I know that social distancing is bad for your mental health. We needed to go outdoors and get the sunlight for vitamin D, which protects us from viruses. That's scientifically proven. They denied us our sunshine. We need sunshine to make vitamin C bioavailable. They denied us our sunshine. They denied us our socializing. They denied us everything. They turned medicine and science upside down and inside out the last 3 years. I spent 2021 in a fog of dismay wondering what the hell was going on until I realized that they had turned science on its head anyway before all this so-called pandemic by the trans agenda. Because they told us that men could have babies and men could have periods, and it's not true. It's simply not true. XX chromosomes, XY chromosomes, that's biology, that's science. Let us bring back science to the discussion. That's all I want to say. Thank you very much.
Well said, Noel. Well said.
Go on, Andy!
Go on then, Oli. Fair play to you. Fair play to you. Fair play. Sorry, Andy.
Go on, Anita!
Hello.
I'll do
For
that.
those that don't know me, my
Andy.
name is Anisha Ward. Proud Ireland First member. So I just want to have a chat about this book that Andy was talking about. So it's called This Book Is Gay. Myself and Ross and the lads, we've been here 4 weeks in a row. As you can see, they closed early when they spotted us today. I have a daughter that's going on 11 years of age, and if I read this to her, it would be, it's absolute filth.
You're not good for it.
Right, so I'm going to read one little piece out of it there now. So it says,
Brace yourself.
I've met a variety of interesting people through sex apps. They are predominantly used for sex though. They're sold to us as social networking apps, but we all know what they're really for. It's a bit like selling a dildo under the pretext that its sole use is a draft excluder. So would you really want a 12-year-old reading that?
No.
No way.
Now another thing, this book was actually widely challenged in 2014. It was removed from an Alaskan library in 2015 after parental complaints, but unfortunately librarians fought back and the book remains, but in a different section. Grinder, am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Right? It actually says in the book for a 12-year-old, it tells you how the sex app works. Upload a tiny pic of yourself,
my phone is ringing. The app works out your location and the app tells you who the nearest homosexuals are, and then you chat to them because they are near and it is easy to meet up with them.
Sick.
Now, like, this is not for 12-year-old. I actually don't even feel comfortable reading it with kids here, to be honest. There's another part in the book. Now, lads, I would actually want you all, anyone that's near a library in your areas, please fill out the forms and complain about this book. So it says, block kids' ears if they're listening. Rimming is licking the bottom. Scat is eating poop. Like, come on, like, this is not for 12-year-olds.
You know the book, Leo.
It's like... yeah, I'd say you did, yeah. Dirt bird.
You're not wrong, Frig, you're not wrong.
There's another part here. In most open relationships, there are certain rules. These often include safe sex only, no anal in the case of gay and bi men, never in the home, never on each other's time, no last names, no kissing, no repeat performances, only one-off hookups. So, like, this is for a 12-year-old.
Ah, never.
It's absolute grooming. It's absolute filth. I mean, like,
yeah,
it's just absolute disgusting. I'm not going to read anymore. But lads, any of you, if you have a library in your area, I plead with you, please go and do what we're doing here every single week. I'm telling you now, it's absolute
well
filth.
said.
Thank you.
Well said. Well said.
And I will say that it is working, because Anita and the lads have been going there regularly, and just the fact that they closed their doors today means it's having an impact. So
absolutely.
It's better they're closed.
It's better that they're closed.
If they have them books, they're better closed.
Yeah, this is about the children, lads, and we can't have them exposed to this. So fair play to Anita and the lads.
Don't do it again, man. Get the rig out. Hello.
I just wanted to say, on the 10th of March, at the High Courts in Dublin, there is an injunction to go in against the vaccine, against all the children across Ireland. We need as many people there to support this. It's about getting it out to the public. If they isolate us and we can't get things out to the public, they'll be happy to see us there as long as nobody knows. So we have to come together on the 10th of March at the 4 Corks and be there for the day. They have us up for the day, right? For a High Court injunction, it's €100,000. And we don't have that kind of money. So we have to ask the state to pay for this High Court injunction. And what they've done is, the judge knows about all the deaths that's happening to our children. The judge knows that this vaccine is still being let out and did not put a stay on the vaccine, which means halt it. Instead, they kicked it down to the March 10th for a day in court to decide